Let me ask you a question. Have you both ever seen Messi live early on in his career?
No.
Not
Have
early
you?
on.
Um, I first watched him in '08 against Man United, semifinals of the Champions League. And we heard about this kid. Watching him live, he brought a lot of fear to Old Trafford. But I never thought in a million years that he would go on to achieve what he did. So, what do you guys think? His achievements, his legacy. 13 years later, after I watched that game, he's left Barcelona. So, what do you think personally he achieved with Barca and as a team?
Look, man, for me, it's what else could he achieve, right? Like, as a footballer, you really can't achieve much more than what Leo Messi achieved in the last, I don't know, how many years has he been there? He's been there since he was a teenager, like a little
Yeah, he
kid.
has.
Like he's been there his entire life. You can't leave behind a better legacy than what Messi has as a footballer. He's won everything. There has to be one. A lot of those wins were on the back of his pure talent and ability, man. And he had a lot of talent and ability around him, but there was a lot of games and a lot of moments that were just no one else can do what Messi does, man. No one else can do what Messi does, and he will always be the greatest Barcelona player of all time.
At the
Um,
very
so the answer to Grav's question is there's nothing. The only thing left on his resume, footballing wise, is from an international perspective, not club perspective, right? Champions League, league titles, community shields, whatever you want, titles and trophies from a club perspective. He's done everything and twice, and in style, with panache, with flair. Unprecedented flair. Before unprecedented was a word. Um, he's done everything. It's amazing, and it's really sad to see this is the way it ended. Finance, the invisible hand, as Mr. Robot calls it, always plays, especially in modern day football. I do want to mention one thing to you, Omar. I don't think you needed to see him live. The Ronaldinho saw him
yeah.
early on, and at 13 he said, yo, if you guys think I'm something, wait till this kid. And it's the same with me. I didn't need to wait till '08 on TV. The moment you saw this kid with a football at his feet, it's you just know it looks so natural and so breathtaking and so easy that it's unfair at some
I
point.
mean, if you could create an embryo, if you could design an embryo that would evolve into the greatest footballer of all time, it would be Leo Messi. Like he's
All right.
fuck, man. He's
Let
he's
me
like
temper it just a little bit. All right. When you're right when you say this, Majid, like you just have to see him with a football at his feet. That was the first time I ever saw him, right? I'm not talking about how many trophies he's won. I'm talking about what he's actually kind of achieved in terms of personal stats. So when you actually go through it, right? He's got 671 goals for Barcelona, right? 41 of them were hat tricks. 26 goals were scored in El Clasico, 91 goals in a calendar year, 59 league goals in a calendar year. Those are records. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I knew he was good when I saw him. And that was the first time I'd ever seen him, but I never ever knew that he would ever go on to achieve that. And you touched upon something, Majid, that I really like. You said this is really sad how he left, like why, like it ended like that. Do you think that affects his legacy at Barca?
It doesn't affect his legacy because his legacy is only playing. I It's got nothing else to do with tax evasion or anything else. His legacy at Barcelona is based on what he did on the field, and he has achieved everything he had to. It leaves a lasting impression on Barcelona as a club. There's a lot of tweets about how they have treated their own stars and how this has been a very predictable ending in Barcelona's history, maybe not in world footballing history.
yeah, I think Matt is absolutely right. When you're talking about Leo Messi's legacy and you're talking about what he's leaving behind at Barcelona, you can only judge him based on what he's left behind as a footballer, and that's pure excellence. So all this other stuff about tax evasion, whatever, he got paid to play football, and he played football like you wish you could play with a PlayStation. It's insane.
When you can get Rio Ferdinand walking off the pitch saying, "What the fuck was going on there?" You've done something special. I don't care what it is. You've done something special.
I mean, I don't know, like, even that 2018-2019 semifinal, sorry, against Barcelona and Liverpool, that game, I was shit scared. Even though we had Van Dijk, who was supposed to be the best defender in the world and stuff, you still have that fear because it's Leo Messi. And that first leg, he proved that, we were on top in that game, and he proved his quality and his class.
I would like to add here, just with every passing year that sort of goes by, with Leo Messi on the international stage and Pep at City, Xavi and Iniesta's contributions to both Barcelona and Spain become that much more solidified, or that much more like, oh man, without them, these two guys, they might be superstars in their own thing. But without these two were the like super glue, not just glue, the like.
It's kind of funny though how they would always say about Messi that he can't really do it without Xavi and Iniesta. I heard some people say that. They've been gone for a very long time, and he still killed it at Barcelona. I personally don't think that his impact will ever change. As Garb, you said it, the greatest Barcelona player ever, arguably the greatest in the world. But what do you think now that he's gone to PSG? What do you think, or what do you expect from him at PSG on a personal level or for the team?
Look, man, like, here's the thing. When it was announced that he was leaving Barcelona, I think it was pretty obvious he was going to go to PSG. So in terms of like expectations, so far everything is going pretty much according to script, right? Like, where else would he go? Could have gone to City, but really, after spending 100 million on Grealish, how are they going to get away with that? Wage bill, it was going to be complicated. So obviously, he's going to go to PSG. So he ends up at PSG, and this is also not unusual for PSG to get one of the best players in the world. Leo Messi is going to come to PSG, slot in, right into that squad. And you would expect them to at least make it to the finals of the Champions League. And that has to be the aim.
Do you not think winning it, Majid? Go ahead.
So I just want to answer that first question. Part of Messi's lasting contribution to Barcelona was his on the field stuff, which I had said, but it was also his cultural impact as a marketer, as a marketing thing. You had Xavi and Iniesta, you made Camp Nou a thing. Barcelona became a tourist spot. It was a cultural moment. There was a cultural moment there, like where it was part of like it impacted the wider zeitgeist. So I expect that capital, that marketing capital or whatever, to be brought to PSG. So like you'll get the skills as a footballer. He may not be. We might not ever see him at 100% unless it's a Champions League night, which is kind of sad, but whatever. But you'll also get the interest. I don't like what's going on, but I am super curious to see this all play out. I do want to watch Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. Let's and Poch in the thing. That's kind of fun too. So there is also, and then because of that, with Messi there, Paris as a city becomes, I think, a little bit more like thingy. And I just want to mention to Gaurav, like, you don't go from like Barcelona to Manchester. No, Omar, you go from Barcelona to Paris. That makes a little bit more city-wise.
He was never going to come to England. Like, I knew a lot of fans that were talking about it on social media and stuff, and it's just absolute rubbish. Like, he was never going to come to England. He was always going to go to Paris. There's no other place he was going to end up. Like, it was almost frustrating to watch. But, like, here we are, man. Here we are. He's in Paris. We're going to see these guys in the final of the Champions League, and then God knows what the hell's going to happen. Because here's the thing, man. Over 2 legs, it's going to be hard not to concede 5 or 6 goals against these guys now. If they're all fully fit, like Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, Mbappe, if he stays, which it looks like he will at least for another season. Icardi, like, it's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough not conceding.
So, Majid, I just want to ask you something here. Like, Garv is saying that he expects them to at least reach the final. Last season, Messi had an amazing season. Do you think that even though he's now approaching his mid-30s, he could take PSG to the next level? Maybe help them win the Champions League?
Yes, 100% yes, because they have it's such a nice mix of young and old, right? It's not, you don't need to put all the pressure on Messi. This isn't Messi coming to PSG, it's Messi helping PSG because they already have 10 other guys and young guys. Mbappe is like 23, 24, whatever. Neymar is Di Maria is in that nice middle phase where he's not young anymore. He's not necessarily old. And Messi, I would argue, is also in that bracket. He's not old, but like he's getting there, as we all are.
Neymar is 29, by the way, so it's kind of strange that he left Barcelona to, I mean, that's what we're told, to win a Ballon d'Or, and he never really won it. And then now Messi's joined the team with a potential heir apparent to the Ballon d'Or in Mbappe. What do you think his impact is going to be on them? Do you think he elevates their games? Do you think he helps them potentially? It's a passing of the torch for them? Garv, you're just laughing. What?
Yeah, man. Like, I can I just say, like, when Neymar left Barcelona, saying like, "Oh, I'm doing this to like win the Ballon d'Or," and like, like this shit that he said, get out of Messi's shadow and whatnot. Life's a bitch, dude, and like this guy couldn't win a Champions League to save his life after he left Barcelona. We all know how PSG like have struggled and stuff. So like here we are, right? Messi's coming. Probably could win another Ballon d'Or at PSG on the same team as Neymar and Mbappe. Like, life's a bitch, bro. Life's a bitch, right? And like, it always comes to bite you in the ass when you say dumb shit as a famous person. So like, Neymar will have some justice served to him. It'll make him a little humble. Maybe this season he actually won't miss like Feb, March, that period that he always misses for his sister's birthday, because now like his best boy is like back in town and stuff. So let's see. I think it'll be interesting.
Do you think he could
This
have a positive impact, Majid?
I think this is the main question, is just how are they all going to bounce off of each other? I wouldn't even say Messi downwards because Messi's walking into their situation. So I would say it's all of them need to act like grown men, and really they'll need to compromise play in places, and they'll need to swallow difficult pills in others, and I don't know if any of them are used to the word no. And at some point, I'm saying at some point, that decision has to come where Mbappe has to say, no, I'm going to pass the ball. And I don't know if because he sees Messi on the other side, he's like, no, I need to score the goal, right? Instead of pass the ball. So how are they all going to impact each other? Because I think they're all talented enough in different ways. Messi, for all of his otherworldliness, he's not physically the best, right? He does have one giant weakness as an attacker, which is in the air. He's not bad for heading, but he's not good in the air, jumping and vertical. He doesn't have. That's something Ronaldo, on the other hand, does have, and he worked his ass off to develop. Just throwing that out there. But how they're all going to compromise with each other and how Poch is going to manage. Again, these guys, you don't need to teach them how to kick a football. You need to teach them how to play in a team.
Well,
No,
look,
guys, you guys seem very like both of you
no.
seem disagreed.
So look, for me, Neymar knows how to play with Leo, right? Yeah. He's already done it, right? So that's a foregone conclusion. We know how he's going to do that.
But sometimes the reunion tour or the is not like
Sequel's not as good as
you
the
might
original.
have known. Leo and Di Maria might be really good with Argentina together, but they might not gel in the Cubs thing together. It's happened.
It's true. It's a possibility. But I think that Neymar for years and years has, I think he left Barca and then he kind of regretted it. He wanted to play with Messi again. I think he just missed his friend. And now he say what you want, dude. Like Neymar would always talk about like I miss Messi, like like I miss playing with this guy. Maybe he made him a better footballer, maybe he just missed his company. I don't know, right? But he missed Messi. So now they're together. He gets what he wanted. Um, there's talk about Mbappe leaving, but seriously, like you'd want to play with Messi for at least 1 year, right? Like at the very least 1 year. And I think that there's a lot that he can learn from him. I think you look at someone like Messi, everything that he has achieved in the game, and you're like, I gotta learn from this guy. Maybe yeah, there's a competitive edge to you. I think every footballer has that ego, but you also at some point just go, okay, this guy can meg me 5 times in the space of a minute if he wanted to.
Look, like jokes aside, right? Like when you look at what Leo did at Barca and what Messi, the different roles that Messi ended up playing at Barca, he played a lot, as a free roaming player under Guardiola. And you know that Pochettino can experiment. He can play a very fluid system. He's done it with Tottenham. If he can implement something similar at Paris, then we know that Messi can play that free roaming role and play others into position. And one of the quotes that I remember from Guardiola about Messi is, everyone talks about his dribbling and his skills, but no one really talks about his passing. He always plays the perfect pass, the perfect way. So if you have Mbappe, Neymar, and all these different runners, and you have all these players for him to play in and play off of, he's going to be devastating potentially. So I think PSG is going to be fun to watch whenever they are playing on Wednesdays.
Well, just to go to what you said, Gaurav, 192 league assists. That's what we have for or career league assists. That's what we have for Messi. That's how good his passing is. I think he had the most assists in the season as well. I think that's 20. Can't remember the exact figure, but I think he has the most assists in the season as well. So that's how good he is. Now, Garv, you mentioned something. Like it's going to be fun to watch PSG on a Wednesday night. I read something, and I don't know how I feel about this, but I think it's worth bringing up. How do you think this has an impact of him as one of the greatest players to what some feel is now a farmers league?
Well, I think personally for me, I I don't I won't I never really watched a lot of La Liga, to be honest, unless it was like a Clasico or something like that, and or like a big game against Atletico in recent years, in the last like 5 6 years. But I watched him in the Champions League, and I'll be watching him in the Champions League. I probably won't be watching any French league games, so I'll watch him like 5 or 6 times less, in a season, maybe, probably. And it look, going to Paris, if he wins a Champions League, then it's worth it, right? If they win a Champions League, one Messi goes there, they have, I think, one season when they have Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, and all these guys together, because I think next year Mbappe's out of there. So if they make the most of this season and they win the Champions League, his legacy at PSG is also secure. So, it's all about the results at the end of the day.
MJ, what about you? As a man who's very cultured across a lot of sports, what do you feel about this?
Well,
Do you
the
think
first
that
thing I'll say is no, anyone who's playing, if you've reached a professional sports league, even if it's in Timbuktu, it's still a professional. That's what you do for a living. And I think people who are sitting on their couches or on their internets need to show some respect to people who are playing the actual game, not just thingy. To say they're farmers is to be very disrespectful to the entire world champions. France is the world champion, and they must be doing something right to have the best players. The league itself is not fully developed, and this might actually be a nice uh bone growth spurt for the league because now Messi's there. People are watching it. Possibly one or two more players come in. Yes, I said it earlier. He's not going to be playing 100% every night in, night out. But if you gave me max money for minimum effort, I don't blame the guy. That's sort of how I see it. Is he's sort of earned his early retirement, bros. Like when you get Rio Ferdinand to say, "What the hell just happened?" You know what? Do what you want. Enjoy
Was
your
it
life. Like, khalas.
was this
Yeah.
after his intelligent movement caused him to jump for a header and beat Rio Ferdinand in the air to score the goal? I think that's what that was. I mean,
Like, yo,
Yeah, he
miracles
was
happen. What can
so
I tell you?
intense in those meetings, man. Like Messi made a fool of him like so many times. You watch those Rio interviews; they're hilarious.
No, no,
like
he's scarred, bro. He scarred that entire United team, including
Yeah,
Ferguson. There are sleepless
yeah,
nights right now. Ferguson, because he's such a like winner, and I'm sure that left a really bad taste in all of our mouth. The fans have
yeah,
not are scarred for life. So like I can't
for
imagine those guys.
sure, man. I mean, but it was really funny watching Rio Ferdinand when he was talking about him. Like he was, like he wanted to rough him up. And he's like, he was so small that when he just move his arm like this, and Messi would just go under him. Like
yeah,
I can't rough this guy up.
yeah.
Um, Look, and by the way, I just want to qualify it. Those people who say that Messi's impact is going to be impacted because he's going to a farmers league, let's be honest, they're probably Ronaldo fans. Um, so look,
Yeah.
personally, I think the guy is arguably the greatest of his generation. I'll just put it there. I don't want to say greatest of all time, greatest of his generation. Um, his legacy at Barcelona, I think, has been cemented with. We haven't even touched on all the trophies he's won. That includes all the league titles, multiple Champions Leagues, and trebles as well. He helped them win all of that. Um, a thing I'm most excited to see. I don't know about you guys. I feel like this is kind of because he's kind of in the twilight of his career. It could be like a passing of the torch to young players. That's what I want to. That's what I want to see from him. How can he improve other players, younger players, and leave an even bigger legacy in some respects? Like I've taught these guys all I know. I'm moving on. Do you think he can have that on younger players like Mbappe?
Um,
No.
I don't think so,
Mbappe's
man.
not.
Same
All of
here.
what you said was really nice and poetic, and it would have been perfect for Barcelona, but not at
Yeah,
PSG. PSG is just the cash grab, and that's fine. I'm
he's
not
gonna be there
complaining.
for
I'm
two
just saying
years.
he's just there for money. He's not there to be a mentor and to teach.
Yeah,
That would have been at Barcelona, where he then would have transitioned into the coaching, and it would have been just the lifelong, dream of Messi and Barcelona. Sorry, Gaurav, go ahead.
yeah. Like he's not there for any of that, man. Like Majid said, he's there for a paycheck. He'll be there for 2 or 3 years. Like how many young players is he gonna groom into like I said, Mbappe's gonna be there for a year. He's not gonna Messi's not gonna be there for very long. You're probably gonna get 2 years out of him, and he's probably gonna go somewhere else. Maybe Miami. Who knows?
In that perspective, I would, if you had to pick between bringing Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, or bringing Messi in for 2 years, 100 million, whatever, whatever, I would actually bring Ronaldo for that thing because you can visibly see the work he puts. You'll learn from that. With Messi, he's so good naturally. I don't think he's a good teacher because he just kick the ball or I do this. He doesn't know how to explain how he trains for that. Whereas Ronaldo can explain all of that. I do weights and I do this and I do that.
Yeah, I totally agree. What Messi does is unteachable, right? Like he's almost an alien in terms of the way he plays football and how well he controls the ball on his touch and his dribbling. So I don't think he can even try and actually teach that to these mere mortals that happen to be professional footballers at the highest level. Like it's not teachable. Whereas with Ronaldo, you have that work rate, you have what he does off the pitch in terms of preparation and his nutrition and how dedicated he is to his craft. So I think with Ronaldo, that's a better investment, 100%. If you're looking to train and groom younger players, then yeah, you would definitely take Ronaldo. I think right now for PSG, it's a cash grab, right? They get to cash in on like the last 2 years of possibly Messi's prime playing days, and then they get all of that, money in terms of the exposure, the broadcast rights, all the stuff that goes with having Leo Messi and selling those shirts.
And possibly a Champions League, right? That's the footballing wise, that's the ultimate prize or what they want. At least before City gets it.
Yeah, and that's what Messi wants as well before he retires.
I think it'd be quite fitting if he goes to PSG and helps them win the Champions League. I think that'd be a nice way to round out his career. I know a lot of people don't like PSG, but it'd be quite fitting for him to end his career with the Champions League, personally.
Yeah, but it'll also be sort of that guy just open the checkbook, take the trophy home.
Yeah. And
I agree with you from a Messi's perspective. It would be nice for him to win one more. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying from the other perspective, if he wins on this team, it'll say something about the state of football, which we already know. It's been there for years. Chelsea started it, but it will be the official Yanni watershed moment of officially this became the checkbook, like the millionaires battle, right? Or not even, it actually would have gone from the millionaires battle to the billionaires battle now.
Look, I think that's actually a very interesting topic on its own. I mean, we could talk about that as its very own topic. Just want to round it off with this, basically. Like, for me personally, I just thought that it would be nice for him, after everything he achieved in his career, to win it with a Champions League. Like, after everything we've seen, the great goals, the great assists, all the trophies, I just think it's nice. If you want to talk about that other thing, go on, Gaurav.
Yeah,
like,
maybe I have a different perspective on this because I'm not really used to a lot of happy endings as a Liverpool fan. Steven Gerrard left Liverpool without winning a Premier League, and that's always going to be thrown in my face. The slip is always thrown in my face. So if Messi ends his career without winning another Champions League because he went to a money-grubbing club with a massive salary and didn't win anything, I'm okay with it, man. Like, I'm absolutely okay with it. And I still think his legacy endures. He will still be the greatest player of all time, possibly. I don't know what will happen in the future, but for now, he's definitely the greatest player of all time. And he will remain that. If he doesn't win another Champions League, I think that'll kind of be nice for everyone that doesn't have a billionaire owner.
I agree. My memory of football is Zidane headbutting in the final that he should have won. So I don't get the yo, hey, who, no, and if he wanted to win the Champions League so desperately, he should have come to Old Trafford and helped us. That little bastard.
Or just gone to someone who's won it 6 times,
Yeah.
Take a pay cut. Guarantee a victory, man. Play our false 9. Do it.
And play with the Messi of defenders, huh? Anyway.
Yeah.
I have to throw it in there. Oh, no. Okay, that's it. I can't do it. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. It'll go a long way. What do you guys think of Messi's legacy at Barcelona? Do you think going to PSG affects that legacy? And what would you like to see for the end of his career? We're the Substitutes, and we'll see you guys next time.